Hello, all, and welcome back to another episode of Darius Red Game Developer. This will be the last video of the week of code. Um, I'd like to show you what I've made so far, so let's start off with that. And that's right, it's a simple game of Pong. Don't pay attention to the background, that's the frames. They're going down because I'm doing a video, so it drops frames extremely. I didn't know it did that until I actually made a video, but let's go ahead and start this up. Just something simple, bounce the ball back and forth and such. Cool. So, I learned a lot from making Pong. Uh, Nice thing was that from Pong, I learned how to make this a lot more object oriented when I draw things. Because before, if you've had any experience with OpenGL, you'll notice that like there's an insane amount of draw calls that you have to do just to get something to render to the screen. It's not hard to remember how to do this stuff as much as it starts getting tedious, doing the same thing over and over again for every item. So I pushed that out into its own class. I want to do the same thing with this, but because of the way that C++ does arrays, it gets pretty hard, and I'm not really sure how to do it right now. I'll figure out later, but for now, it's simplified enough to where if I want any object to be drawn, all I have to do is just make the outer class. I can make a ball class and pass the shape data, and I've got it done in the background where it'll automatically just draw whatever you pass. It'll be in triangles, so you have to make the correct triangles for it to draw correctly, but it'll draw properly. Um, yeah, it was a pretty good thing to get from it. Now all I have to do is just call draw down here instead of having gen buffer, bind buffer, and all that extra stuff. So that's pretty nice. I'm gonna move Pong into its own solution instead of having it in game. Game's not really game to be honest. Game is more or less tutorial central where I keep everything I've ever done, so it's easy to keep up with it. Uh, On to what the week of code uh was about. Uh, a couple hints I'd say if you're gonna do something like this, like a week of code, make sure you have a full week to do it. Uh, there were a lot of times where I had to stop everything I was doing just to go do something else family related. And yeah, if you're gonna do something like this, make sure that you have the actual time for it. Um, but I did get a lot done, I will admit. I feel a lot more confident in my ability to, I guess, all stuff in OpenGL will be the words for it. Uh, I feel a lot better about OpenGL. Before, I completely hated it and did not want to see it because it looks so complex. But I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I see what it's about. It's a lot more simpler than what I have once made it out to be. Other than that, there's nothing really new. Um, Gonna be all for this video. Thank you. This is Darius Wright, and I'm signing off.